another edition of Ask Michael Eline. This is where I teach people the law in an unorthodox manner by using examples that we see in the news, case law briefs, but it's all about exposing the Leviathan and its instrumentalities and taking back your rights. Know the law and mean to keep it well. Come here to learn from an expert to know your right. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to save, because we never know when the thought police are going to take down this channel.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I am attorney Michael Eline, and as most of you know, I am an attorney licensed in California and Texas. Let me see if I can get the color. Looks kind of weird. Let me see what I can do about this color. My goodness. Holy moly, look at that. Hey, BZ, what's going on, man? I will, dude. Send me your link, man. Hold on a second, guys. I'm just trying to get the freaking doggone. All right, that's a little better. So tonight I'm going to do some Mr. 5 ID refusal videos, and then BZ Watchdog just popped in. He wants me to play some of his stuff. What's going on, Steve? What's up, BZ? My Marine Corps brother. So I'm going to be honest with you. My back's feeling about 30% better than it was. And I have hearings all day tomorrow, so it's highly unlikely I'll go live tomorrow night. So I figured, I'm gonna see if I can do something for you guys. I know you guys are all getting all these text messages asking me to do cop watch videos, and I know that that's how I got my start. It's just, gosh, man, I was hoping that I could showcase some other things that I do as a lawyer, because my background is appellate law, and I started out in criminal defense. And I was trying to teach you guys about the Lane Myers debacle and everything that I think about how absurd that case is, and how I feel about the law there in Arizona, the harassment law. I think it's totally unconstitutional. But for whatever reason, it seems more of my viewers are interested in me breaking down cops violating people's rights. But my personal view is that cops are a microcosm of what politicians, their mayors and their governors do. And they're just going along with whatever the government says, with whatever their bosses say to do, and they're just copying them. And what do cops want more than anything? Well, they want...
Where are your papers, Mav? Where are they? Oh, you don't have any papers?
They want just to show you how powerful they are. That's what they teach them in the academy. When they pull someone over and someone pops off to them, even if it's a disabled person, someone like a veteran with PTSD, more often than not, we see them beat the crap out of them. And while they're beating someone who's knocked unconscious, they scream out at the top of their lungs, "Stop resisting, stop resisting." And we know that that's just because they want bystanders, because when they hear that, bystanders presume that, oh, the person must be resisting. And then so when they get called as witnesses, everybody says, oh, yeah, they were resisting because the cop said so, So just a little tidbit of information for you. And hold on. Joe Smith says, can you wish my son a happy birthday? He's battling emphysema. Oh, man, I'm so sorry. And he loves watching lives on YouTube. He's 6 years old, staying strong. Well, how about we do this? Dear God, please watch out for, what's his name, man? Jack. Please watch out for Jack Mayhoff, and everybody in Team MP, please say a prayer for Jack Mayhoff, that God watches over him while he's being hospitalized for emphysema, and that we all give our spiritual energy that God gave us to try to look after his son, because that's terrible. Emphysema is a horrible, horrible thing. So yeah, all right. Yeah, happy birthday, little brother. I hope you get better. Look, there's holistic medicine and spiritual healing out there. And look, I know as someone who's suffering from a chronic bulging disc injury that you might be able to get him healed somehow, man. So keep it up. Keep fighting the good fight, little Jack, 6-year-old Jack. Thank you guys for supporting Jack. So let me see here. All right. So Grateful Dabs, good seeing you. So everybody give me a bunch of ones for Grateful Dabs. Give me a bunch of ones for BZ Watchdog. And BZ Watchdog says Mr. Five covered his video. That's cool. Yeah, by the way, guys, BZ Watchdog's one of my Marine brothers, and he definitely has been cranking out some superior content. I'm blown away, to be honest, at the improvement BZ Watchdog has been putting out. It's just insane. So everybody make sure to like and subscribe to BZ Watchdog's channel. Super, super good stuff. Very, very impressed, BZ. Keep it up, brother. And then Grateful Dabs, Michael Osgood, George Crawford, Joe Smith, Selwindon. Thanks for showing, man. Yeah, Brett, I know a lot of guys aren't into the cop watching, but what I'm going to do today is, like, everybody wants a little bit of a different thing out of me, and I'm getting pulled in all these different directions. But I am a lawyer. I've been practicing law for well over 20 years now. And before that, I was a paralegal. And before that, I was what you guys today would call a sovereign citizen, which I never considered myself to be. I considered myself to be sovereign, which is a big difference. And I am a natural law advocate, first and foremost. So I believe in forming parallel systems and getting off of the woke mafia nonsense that's being pushed on us, especially in California. Give me a bunch of ones if you support that concept. Right on, Justin. Good seeing you, man. Yeah, him and Carolina are killing it. Well, Selwindon, Carolina is a freaking god, man, or a goddess. She is really amazing, and she puts her money where her mouth is, and she's defined, and she stands up for what she believes in. And I've got nothing but respect for her, and I wish her the best. I hope that she wins all of her cases, and I hope that the guardian angels are watching over her, because she's got so much gusto. She needs guardian angels, man. When I saw her get her head crushed by that scumbag cop, man, it took a lot to prevent me from spending a lot of time in prison, because when I see a woman get harassed by a man, it really tears me up. It makes me go ballistic. So I'm with you on that, brother. That's right, Justin. She literally put her ear to the ground. and the lawyer says you're her handler. Well, I wouldn't share that with people publicly, BZ. But you're a good handler. You're a good friend to her, and I think that's awesome. So I'm going to get into the Mr. 5 ID refusal videos that I got queued up, and we'll get into some other stuff. I don't know how long I'm going to go. I honestly did a new setup. I don't know if you notice, I'm a little bit closer in right now, which I don't really like. I kind of like it a little further away, but I set it up to where I have like one monitor here, and one monitor here, and then I have my camera in the center, because I'm tired of like looking over here when I'm talking. I want to sort of be able to, like, you guys to see that I'm focused on you, my audience. So, and by the way, guys, I do appreciate all of the super chats and donations. I think I've sold about 20 books so far when I've been injured, about my journey to becoming a lawyer with no law degree or undergrad. And that's been really helpful, because my daughter's like, wow, that's really cool, Dad. You have a really cool story. Like, people really like your story. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you don't have to go to law school. You can become a lawyer like they did back in the old days, before they had law schools and they brainwashed kids to be woke and to hate their fellow man and to support like blowing up Teslas and all that stuff. Before the woke mafia got into power. And, you know, I've always looked at schools as sort of being a leftist re-education, Marxist re-education camp, destroying the minds of children, brainwashing them. So I've never liked that whole concept. I think the best way to rear your children is to homeschool them and to teach them either a profession or a trade, like I'm teaching my son heating and electrical, air conditioning, because my background before I was a lawyer was that my dad was a contractor and a custom home builder, and I was also a licensed bonded contractor. And I have an interesting story, but I love the tradesman. I believe that a real man needs to be able to know how to build a home with his bare hands, and I can definitely do that. So I am going to go ahead and I already did the papers thing, BZ. Come on, I'll do it some more. All right, hold on. Let me see. BZ wants me to play it one more time. Let's do it one more time.
Where are your papers,
What the cop?
Mav? Where are they? Oh, you don't have any papers? Do the consequences come with you?
Yeah, that's what the deep state wants, man. The same people who want you to blow up Teslas are the same people who want your papers. George Soros hates Elon Musk. He hates government accountability. And he's all about brainwashing your kids, right? He's part of the crew who tries to brainwash boys into thinking they're girls and pushing this whole nonsense to put tampon machines in the boys' restroom. And so Team MP is not about that. We don't like that. We do not like that. Yeah, that's right, Brent. Jack of all trades, master of none. Good for you, dude. Well, so my license, Brent, was, and I could probably renew it, but C47. So manufactured housing. It was basically the same exact test as a B1, but I also had to know centralized electrical. So it was actually a little more difficult. And so I got my start after I worked with all the trades growing up with my dad, doing manufactured housing, selling earthquake braces after the Loma Prieta earthquakes. And I made a lot of money doing that. And that was when FEMA and OES was giving out grant money. And so I went around selling those earthquake jacks, man. And it was really amazing. I made a ton I couldn't believe how. So guys, I moved out of my house when I was 16. My parents got divorced when I was really young. My dad was just messed up. He was a Marine veteran, two tours of combat in Vietnam, super messed up, and had a lot of problems, psychologically, major PTSD. And back then, it was like a shame to admit that you had psychological problems or issues. And so he was on a lot of meds and a lot of stuff like that. And he agreed to let me move out of the house. I begged my mom, she had custody, to let me live with dad. And then once I was with dad and he was never around, I loved him a lot, but I just was like, screw this, man. I know what I can do stuff. I'll just move out. And I got a job as a full-time painter's apprentice and went to school at night. I got my, I went to what they call, I forgot what it's called, but it was on East Chapman Avenue. It was like a night school, and I got a regular high school diploma, not a GED. And then the day I graduated, the staff sergeant from the Marine Corps was there putting me on a bus to MEPS. And so and it was the Marine Corps that gave me the spirit and discipline to be able to become a lawyer with no law degree or undergrad. So just a cool story. I'm sorry about that, your dad being drunk all the time. Yeah, Brent, my dad was a custom home builder too. And I'm sorry about that. My dad was on a lot of prescription meds, but that's another story for another time. But I'm grateful that I had his guidance and leadership, because I wouldn't be here today talking to you. Because one thing that my dad taught me that was super, super important is that you should always be defined in anything you do. And some people may love you, some people may hate you, but if you're defined, at least they'll respect you. Give me a bunch of ones if you agree with that, because you at least want to be respected. If you're wishy-washy like a Bill Clinton or a Hussein Obama, where you just put your finger in the air in whatever way the political winds blow, ultimately you lose the respect of people. And I'm somebody who's very defined. I am a traditional, patriotic American. I believe in natural law. I believe that our rights come from our Creator. And I believe that boys are boys and girls are girls. And so, of course, the woke people and the far left people don't like me, because they think that that's like bigoted or something, to think that God's creation is meant to be something other than it is. So right on, Grateful Dabs. That's good. Grateful Dabs says, my dad is still a badass, rides a Harley, was a mechanical engineer in heating and AC. See, that's what, right on, dude. That's what I want for my son. I don't, as much as I think lawyers are cool, and I'm a lawyer myself, I would much rather my son be out there digging ditches and doing electrical and stuff like that, because I think that it's more of an honorable career. And I don't think that life is all about money. I've made millions. I've lost millions. I still do okay. But ultimately, it's the character that I learned from the construction industry and being a Marine that defined me as a man. And I'm hoping that my kid gets that. I think sending your kids to some woke leftist public school or college is the worst thing you could ever do. It destroys their minds, and they'll end up being like a typical Californian. And that's what we don't want, right? We want patriotic children who love their country, who would sacrifice their lives gladly for their wives and their kids. So let's get into the first video, and yeah, let's get into the first video. Let me really quick. You saw the Where Are Your Papers video. It was cool to see VZ though. As soon as he saw I was doing a cop watch video, man, he showed up. So let's get into the first one, and we're going to get into what the law says. All right, let's do it.
What's up?
All right.
All right. How are you?
What is this contraption?
My handicap scooter that gets through this street with no sidewalk.
Okay. Well, there was a sidewalk back there.
I know, but I have hip replacement, so it kills me because of the hard impact, and I'm racing the cars because they try to run me over all the time.
Yeah, you don't. You have your
Just making sure.
license with you?
No, I don't.
Okay. You don't have your license?
I left it at home. I don't have a license for one. I'm handicapped, as you can see.
Right.
I've been pulled over many times.
Okay.
This
Do
is
you
the
have a
third
license
time
for
by
marijuana?
Elsa. Yeah.
You do?
Yep.
Oh, that's what I need to see.
It's at my house. I'm going to the dispensary now. I'm going to meet my buddy. What does it matter if I have a
I can
license for
smell
marijuana?
on you.
What does that matter if I have the license on me or not?
Because I need to know if you can carry
Yeah,
it.
you can. At my house. You want to
You're
give me a
supposed to
ride?
carry it.
I don't have it on me right now. I don't have my
So
wallet.
if you're carrying marijuana,
I'm locked out of my house and I'm waiting on my wife.
okay. You
So-
can't step off that?
No, I'm here. Does this make you
No, I
feel
see
better?
I see that.
You guys are just giving me a hard time.
No, I can smell marijuana. Is that marijuana in there?
No, yeah, at Bedford Grove, but it's Q-tips. I just smoked marijuana. I have a medical license. Here's my license, my tracking number.
Okay, so automatically, so the first thing I want to tell you guys is this guy already gave this cop enough information to arrest him. Don't ever interact with police officers. Stand on your right to remain silent. Saying I just smoked marijuana means that I'm under the influence of marijuana, okay? And in Illinois, if you're riding a motorized vehicle, more than likely that's illegal. So let's keep watching, and I'll get into the law on whether or not you're required to show an ID or be licensed to ride a mobility scooter in a minute. So I did a little bit of research. I don't just like play a bunch of videos. I'm a lawyer, so I do a little bit of research before I play these things because I want to help you guys learn the law so you don't make the same mistakes that this poor soul did. Let's keep going.
That I bought from Worth.
Okay. So you're not carrying any marijuana in your
I have my grinder on me.
Okay.
That's it.
So if you want to carry marijuana on you,
I have to
and
get
you're
in my
legal-
house.
listen to me.
I'll have my wife bring it to you. Hold on. I got to call you back. If you were a medical marijuana patient, let me put this here to make you more comfortable.
Why does it make me comfortable?
Because you harass me all the time.
No, you're in the middle of a roadway.
There's no sidewalk.
Then go to where there is a sidewalk.
There isn't one.
Where are you headed right now?
115th in Harlem.
Okay. Did you ever think of asking for a ride?
I don't know.
Okay, so again, this cop who looks like he's a beached whale, who obviously look guys like this, he'd be lucky if he could run 3 feet without having a coronary heart attack, right? So they typically look for people who aren't a threat to them because they want to. Most police officers, their main goal to make it home safe. So they fleece people who they believe aren't a threat to them. Give me a bunch of ones if you agree. Obviously, this guy's disabled. He's in a mobility scooter. There is no crosswalk, and clearly the guy has emotional problems. He's screaming and yelling. And so the cop is just like, man, this guy's so dumb. He's giving me enough evidence right now to throw him in jail, to put on the torture cuffs, put him in the dungeon, and throw away the key. Don't ever speak to cops, guys, unless it's like, how's it going? Have a nice day. Like, don't be a jerk to them, but don't engage in conversations with them when they're trying to put the torture cuffs on you and fleece you for your money. Don't do it. It just doesn't make any sense. Let's keep going.
Know anybody for a ride?
Okay. You keep posting your YouTube videos and doing whatever you got to do. I'm looking out for your well-being.
I never
here's
got
the other
hit.
thing.
I
This
have
is your
headlight, taillight, like
You have hit cars.
like
up
your
fast.
chief told. No, I never did.
So
You're
here's-
lying.
Here's an next
I
report on
hit
file.
where? He
On
hit
last-
me on my bike.
So here's what I'm
She
saying.
ran over
If
my
you can
leg.
ride a bike,
Look
then
at
you
it.
can walk and get
I
out.
can't ride the bike. It's an assist, you fool.
Listen to what I'm telling you. You cannot ride a bike, operate this vehicle if you're under the influence.
Dude,
of
I'm not
cannabis.
under the influence of cannabis, and this is the way I walk.
I'm giving you the warning. You
This is-
understand?
He just admitted a second ago that he just smoked marijuana, and obviously the THC has already gotten to him. He doesn't even remember it because what does THC do? It affects your short-term memory. So this obese disgrace of a police officer already has enough evidence to throw this guy in jail and take away his money and destroy his life. And so I'm kind of shocked that he hasn't done it yet, but let's keep watching and see what happens. All right, let's do it.
That's the way I walk. I'm giving you a warning. If you pull me over again, I'm calling my lawyer.
Call your lawyer. Do what you need to do. I'm giving you the warning.
How do I get to my dispensary?
See the way you're driving again? Call
How
a
was I
taxi.
driving?
Listen to me. You're all over this
I don't
lane,
have
number
any
one.
money. I stay in the middle so they don't come this close to me because there's no
I'm giving you a
sidewalk.
warning.
You're
You understand?
lying. I'm calling the chief right now. Call him right now. Call your supervisor here. He said I hit someone. Never happened. He's lying. Well, tell him to stop making.
Nobody's complaining to me about you hitting anyone.
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
worried about it.
Nobody ever complains about it except for cops that are bored.
Well, for my
Yeah.
safety,
I
sir.
appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
How's it going?
So,
That wasn't too bad. Let's really quickly, guys, because I do want to educate you and not just get your attention. Let's take a look. So there's no uniform or national law specifically requiring identification when someone is stopped while operating a mobility scooter, okay? These devices are generally classified as pedestrian aids rather than vehicles. So the officer asking him for his license was probably more akin to him just wanting to get an ID to find out if the guy's got wants or warrants or whatever like that, right? Give me a bunch of ones if you think that's probably what was going on here. So basically, state and local laws can vary, though. Remember, this is Illinois. It could be any other. It could be another state that is different. I'm not sure. It could be Arizona, where they just arbitrarily and capriciously come up with something or interpret a law to throw our friends like Lane Myers in prison, right? But mobility scooters, the requirement to show ID typically is going to hinge on whether the operator is suspected of violating a traffic law, some local ordinance, or criminal statute. Now, in Illinois, and again, I'm not an Illinois attorney, so I'm not practicing law without a license in Illinois. I'm just trying to tell you what I know is from a layman's perspective, what Illinois law is about. And so there is no law that I could find that requires anyone to show an ID for operating a mobility scooter, okay? Now, there is an Illinois code that talks about personal mobility devices that is called 625 ILCS 5/1-148.3. And they don't require a driver's license, registration, or insurance, unlike mopeds or electric scooters. However, Illinois is a stop and identify state. So under certain conditions per section 725 ILCS 5/107-14, police can demand a person's name, address, and an explanation of their actions during a lawful Terry stop. So whether or not you think this is, lawful, that's up to you. And then if you don't automatically give your ID, it's not automatically obstructing justice unless it involves deception, unless you're like lying or trying to like deceive them. In that case is People v. Fernandez. It's a 2011 IL app second 100473. So you're not just automatically required to show an ID because you're riding a mobility scooter. Now, if you're recklessly operating it or you're involved in a crime, you might be. So, and there's a bunch of states with stop and ID laws like Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, but I think that kind of has changed a little bit. New Mexico, New York, North Dakota, Ohio, Rhode Island, Utah, Vermont, and Wisconsin. And so it just goes on and on. So I just want you all to be aware of what's going on out there. Let's get back into some cool videos. Here we go.
Was you?
what's what
Having
me?
an argument?
I don't answer questions.
So here's the thing: we got a description of a green sweatshirt with someone on a bike.
Yeah, so is whatever they're saying a crime?
We did get a call
For a
saying that there
crime?
was arguing
For a crime?
for somebody yelling.
Is
for
that a
help.
crime?
For someone yelling for help?
Was I yelling for help?
I didn't say you were yelling.
All right.
So here's the thing: we got a call, right, saying that someone's
Call your sergeant. Call the sergeant.
Am I being detained right now?
Yes, you are.
You're
right now.
you're detaining me?
You do match the
For what
description.
crime?
The green
Of
color
what crime?
and the red.
What are you detaining me for? What crime?
Okay.
We're investigating.
What crime?
We're investigating a domestic.
With me?
Okay? Yes, with you. You match the description. Yes.
Oh, come on, guys.
There you go. All right.
A domestic? Was it verbal in nature? Was it verbal in nature?
Yes.
Okay, that's not a crime.
We're still investigating.
That's not a
All right?
crime.
Okay. Well, you can keep saying
Call
we're
the
still
sergeant.
investigating.
Call the sergeant. Call the supervisor. Whitaker, can you please call a supervisor?
Supervisor is on the way.
You guys can't detain me for a
We can.
possible verbal altercation. No, you
Say it
can't.
all you want. Say it all you want.
Okay, okay, Green. Okay, Green.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah.
I'm blinded.
It's me.
You guys want to keep checking air? Female?
Where's the girl?
I don't answer questions.
We're trying to find.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It'll go quicker if we find her. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you guys are talking about, so. I heard the call come in, so I'm here.
So that is a problem, you know, saying I don't answer questions is actually answering a question. And a police officer has the ability to use your furtive and non-furtive conduct when you start engaging with them in that contact to decide whether or not you're inebriated, whether or not you're trying to conceal something or hide something. The best thing to do from my perspective, and I'm not saying this is what you need to do, but from my perspective, officer, I really want to help you. I'm willing to answer any questions that you have for me as long as my attorney's present. Is that cool? And then just zip it up and don't say anything else. That's how I would do it. Now, if you don't do that, there's a high probability they may just beat you up and throw you in jail anyways. But at least now you've stood on your rights, and it's really up to you. In fact, I think the bravest thing in the world to do is simply say, I want to help you, but I don't want to engage with you until my attorney's present, and then zip it. And you don't even have to do that based on in my opinion, and I'm not giving you legal advice, but in my opinion, the right to remain silent means that I have the right to remain silent, period. Now, Chili DeCastro disagrees. I think he says you have to say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. But me being a natural law advocate, I believe that I don't have to engage unless I want to. I am the sovereign, not a public servant living off of my tax dollars, right? So hopefully you guys agree with me. If not, that's fine. Give me a bunch of ones if you like my approach. Give me a bunch of twos if you think that Chili's approach is better. Either way, I love Chili. He's my brother. But I just want you to see that there's always, you know, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. All right. So here we go. Let's keep watching.
Well, the description matched you. Is a green sweatshirt.
You heard the radio, right?
That's why we're stopping you.
What?
You heard the radio, right? The conversation that went out with the description.
Yeah, I heard it. So?
That's why we're talking.
Yeah, you detained me, though. Detainment is an arrest. Yes, it is. It's legally an arrest. A detainment is legally an arrest.
While we're doing the investigation, we just want
For no crime. There's no crime that's been committed.
Not yet, no, but that's why.
Now, what he just said, I'll be honest with you. I think that that's true. I think that a detainment is an arrest, but it's the arrestee's opinion that matters. So it's not really that a detainment is legally an arrest. It's that I'm under arrest. That's it. I am under arrest. Am I free to go? No, you're being detained. Wait, you just said I'm not free to go, right? Then I'm under arrest. I'm not going to say anything else. I need to talk to my lawyer. Have a nice day. That's it. It's over. If you keep on participating in their charade that you're just being detained, look, that's judge-made law. I don't think that's natural law. I don't think that's a valid what they call a detainment. It's sort of like it's like quasi-criminal. There's no such thing as quasi-criminal. It's either criminal or it's not. You can't mix a little bit of administrative with a little bit of criminal and come up with some quasi-law. It's nonsense. And this is one of the things that I appreciated about Lane Myers is that he understood this kind of stuff. And, you know, man, if he could just get a little bit of my training on civility, I think the guy he could be one of the greatest legal minds on the planet. Give me a bunch of ones if you agree. The problem is that when you're loud, obnoxious, screaming, yelling, cutting people off, you don't enamor yourself to the people who make the decision as to whether or not you're going to get torture cuffs put on you. That's the sad part about it. It's because people are taught, they're brainwashed in the school system and everything else that you have to submit to the state, and that's not what our founding fathers were all about. Let's get back into it.
Why we're investigating.
You can't hold someone and then investigate. You have to know that I committed a crime or was about to commit a crime.
A white male with a green sweatshirt, hoodie
On a bike, yeah.
Come on, Tom.
I know. For what? For yelling?
Feasibly, yes. But
It
Okay,
seems
that's not a
heavy.
crime.
that's why we investigate.
That's not a crime, though.
By the way, guys, give me a bunch of ones for Chevy. He's like one of my most prolific donors. He buys memberships for other people so they can become part of Team MPE. And Chevy was injured at some point, and I'm really grateful that he's back. Him and Chili DeCastro are two of the coolest people I've ever met. And so give me a bunch of ones for Chevy. All right, let's go.
No, it wouldn't be.
Exactly.
Make sure it's that. That's the point.
Yeah. Oh, you guys got your body cams on? You got your body cam on, Buckley? Buckley, you have your body cam on? Where's the supervisor? You're going to hold me here until you find a girl you can pick up and illegally detain and say that's my victim? Come on, guys. Listen.
I've always been straight, right?
I know, but what a
I'm
great.
just asking you to. Just
You
stay
have
with me.
you have to
I'm
understand.
not going to make you answer.
I stand in my rights, man,
I know.
and I'm being illegally detained. I should not be detained right now. There's been no crime committed. This is gonna look bad again for you guys.
You have the reporting party sitting where the other party might have gone.
We have two reporting parties. We have both their numbers. The one I spoke with did not see the male, didn't know if they left or not. Same with my partner's caller.
So one didn't see me.
The male went. My caller said it was a male wearing a green hoodie on a bike. That's all they had.
How do you guys know?
Give me a description physically.
How do you guys know I wasn't in the area filming the argument?
We don't. That's why we
Okay,
investigate.
so you can't detain me for possibly filming an
How
argument.
are we supposed to?
Exactly.
All right, man, so-
See you later.
Investigation.
That was a great investigation, guys. Thanks, Whitaker. Yeah.
Anybody check the library?
Take care, right?
That was
You too, man.
awesome.
I've always said I appreciate you. We had a rough beginning, but we've always been good after that, man.
Me at a really, really
I could tell.
Really
I could tell.
Yeah, he's
Honestly,
good.
I was coming up to ask you if you were all right.
and I when I look back at it, I actually feel bad in my heart for that one,
That's all right.
because like now that I know you, you're
We
a
ended
good
up
guy.
all right, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's all I want.
Okay.
That's my I just want to.
Oh, you pulled back for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, man. All right, guys, I'm here at the Salem Police Headquarters, Salem, Massachusetts.
22.
Here to get the case number and maybe speak to a supervisor.
Right on, Grateful Dabs. Good for you,
How you
bro.
doing? There was just a call that had they detained.
Everybody, homeschool your kids. As soon as the state started trying to tell little boys that they might be girls and little girls that they might be boys and little boys that they might be girls, I knew right then and there that the woke mafia had completely taken over the school system. I'm so glad that the president is trying to abolish the Department of Education. I think the woke mafia needs to be abolished. It's unbelievable. These impressionable young kids being brainwashed by these low-life scumbag public school teachers. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So I'm super grateful for that. Give me a bunch of ones for that move, and let's get back into this video.
Me? I wonder if I can get the case number for that.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, thank you. It was over the Essex and all right.
Look, you're gonna have to get through records.
You guys can't give me the case number so I can get the records for the case?
No, they're gonna have to go. There's a confirmation process they gotta go through. So you gotta do all.
What? It's too early to get it?
They're not there right now. The business hours.
No, I know, but like usually you guys can call. Hey, what's the case number? And look it up, and
Yeah,
so that would be an easy way for me to get the public records is to get the case number.
sure. You gotta do it through records though.
I know you should have been.
I don't
You
know
should have
what-
been because there was a detainment,
Yep.
and I asked for a supervisor. There were 6 officers there detaining me for no crime, and I asked for you to show up, and you didn't. So someone failed,
Okay.
and for me not to get the case number so I can do the public records request is actually really ridiculous. And you guys are going to get calls on this. And I know you guys don't want that. I can't help what my viewers are going to do, but for the illegal detainment and then you guys being difficult and not giving me the case number, this is why you guys get calls and emails and all this.
Sorry, you don't like the process, Tom?
No,
the process that you need to do is to go over to records. I don't know how else to explain it to you. I will not give you a case number right now through the window. I do not know.
Why not?
Because I don't know what happened out there.
It doesn't matter. The case number has nothing to do with what happened out there. Yeah.
So go through records.
I know the lieutenant already said to tell me this, but let me speak to the lieutenant, please.
You want to speak to the lieutenant?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to hear him say this.
Right on, CGL. So CGL, just like me, I homeschool my kids now too, because I don't want my kids growing up with the BLM, rainbow flag mafia brainwashing them and trying to sexualize them, teaching them that white males are the enemy, that just because their father has light skin, that makes him like privileged or something. I slept on park benches in order to become a lawyer with no law degree or undergrad. And so to hear one of these scumbags who's been on welfare their whole life, getting free taxpayer handouts, telling me that I'm privileged, they can go F themselves. And give me a bunch of ones if you agree. Let's get back into the video.
If you want to help him first. I would like to know why I'm not getting the case number for the incident I was just involved in.
Okay, you can ask for it when you request the information.
No, I need the case number so I can request the information.
You can tell them your name and they can everything that you request your information.
Doyle, why are you guys being difficult?
Let me finish. You can tell them the time and the date and then you get it.
The case number is much easier though.
Listen, we're extremely busy. You of all people know exactly how to get the case number and request the freedom of information. Am I right?
There's a lot of calls with me, right? There's a lot of calls about me, right? Doyle, what was your badge number again? 81, Doyle. Lieutenant Doyle, right? Yeah. So can I get the case number just to make this easy?
Ask them for it when you tell them your name and whatever it is you want.
I need the case number so I can get the information.
Case number. You can tell them the date and time. We're extremely busy, Mr. Madden.
You guys are about to be more busy because my people aren't going to like this.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's sorry that we can redress our grievances. You can get rid of me real quick if you just give me the case number. Okay, I'll be around. All right. So guys, they won't even give me a case number to the incident I was involved in. They illegally detained me for over 6 minutes because I matched the description for a non-crime. Salem PD, I put in the description what number not to call.
What can I do for you?
Can you find that the case number for the incident last night with me? Could you do that for me? It happened at Essex and Summer and in front of the Peabody Essex Museum. Buckley was involved. I think she was the main officer. Okay. I told Lieutenant Doyle, I'm like, I get a bunch of calls on me, so if I can just get that number, it's going to be easier for records. And he's like, that's not how we do it here. I'm like, why are you guys being difficult right now?
All right, so the case number, so when you do the records request, it's 4397.
4397. Now, is that like, it starts off like 223-4397
when you do the record.
So 223 dash.
No, just 2323.
I don't know, Randy. I hope so. If I find one, I'll let you know.
4397. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Are you done? Are you done? Stand over there.
Is that a lawful order?
That is
Don't
lawful
touch
order.
me. Don't
Stand
touch
over
me.
there.
Don't touch me.
I'm not going to touch you, but
Don't
get out of my
touch me.
spot.
I'm not in your spot.
You're
You
in
need
my
to back
spot.
out
This
of
is
my
my
space.
investigation.
6
Please stand
feet,
over there.
6 feet. What are you investigating? This is a traffic stop. Is there a crime? Okay.
Nice boots. Nice boots.
We
Nice
videotaped
boots. My
him.
hair.
I'm not interfering. An interference is a
Hair, nice
federal.
boots. Yeah. Oh my God. Those boots, das ist toll. Look at those boots. Ay.
Where are your papers, Mav? Where are they?
Boots.
Oh, you don't have any papers?
Oh mein Gott, those boots, das ist los. Was ist los, mein Nazi Offizierin?
Physical act. I would have to be in between you and him, and I'm not. We just do it for your safety. There's a lot of people getting shot. They shot a guy in a wheelchair a couple of weeks ago.
Filming, just don't stand behind me. Do you understand?
No matter where I'm at, you're turning. No matter where I'm at, you're turning around. I'll be behind you. Yes, you do care. I'm just filming you.
I don't care that you're filming.
Dude, what happens when you go to McDonald's? Nobody's behind you? That's what the big joke is. I got a camera. I'm out in the middle of public. You're at the end of my street. It's not about being tough. It's about accountability. And you don't want to be accountable. Yeah, but you guys mute them. You guys mute your cameras. And then when we try and get body camera footage, you guys don't want to give it up.
Sounds like him.
So that's the struggle. So right now, you wasted more of our resources. I'm working, and now you're wasting my money to call somebody else because you don't like me standing there.
Yep.
I've done nothing wrong. Nothing illegal.
Nothing.
I wish I could go around and tell people not to stand behind me. That's weird.
Great video, man. Great video.
What was your name and badge number?
Call the headquarters and get all that.
Well, I think you're required to let me know since you engaged me.
Not part of my investigation.
You engaged me. This isn't an investigation. It's a traffic stop. It is not a crime. It's a simple city ordinance that she broke. So see how you guys try and escalate? There is no crime here. She didn't commit a crime. You can't put up crime scene tape. You can't say there's an investigation. You know? Just holding my public officials accountable. I hope you understand that. We got a lot of stuff going on here. We're trying to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility you could tell me the First Amendment that you took an oath to support? See, that's the struggle. This is right here. This is First Amendment. It bothers you. That's weird.
Wow. Wow. That was great.
Hingham County Central Dispatch. How can I help you?
Great.
Hi, yes, I'm calling from Jolly Pumpkin. I don't know if we can do anything about this, but there's a gentleman up from my restaurant who's recording all of my guests that are in my patio. I'd asked him to stop, and my guests are like putting menus in front of their faces as they don't want these recorded or pictures taken, and he will not stop.
Wait, guys, in honor of Reluctant Prophet's last video, I just have to. In honor of Reluctant Prophet's last video, I just have to do this. Heil Arizona Police.
Where are your papers, Mav? Where are they? Oh, you don't have any papers? To the consecrated capital.
Man, I'm cracking myself up. Let's get back into the video.
Okay, is he still there now? Okay, do you know if he arrived on foot or in a vehicle? He's walking to the foot. Okay, and where is he currently in the store? He's not in the store, he's outside. He's right in front of, like, my patio outside. Sidewalk. Okay. And he's still recording the customers? Yep, he told me he would not stop. Going to Jolly Pumpkin, 218 Albert, looking for a 45-year-old white male, beard, sunglasses, white shirt, black pants, a smiley face on it, recording customers, refusing to leave, no weapon.
Hey, what's up? Good, yourself?
Good. So we just got a call from Jolly Pumpkin here saying that they don't want you to videotape in this area right here.
Okay.
Okay. Take your ID on you.
Am I committing a crime?
So they just want you to be moved along from the premises.
Okay.
Have you been trespassing?
No, I'm not even on their property.
This is Jolly Pumpkin's property right here.
The public sidewalk is their property? I mean, they clearly broke off what they're using.
This is for seating right here.
This is... Hey, what's up, bro?
Do you mind if I see your ID?
Have I done something wrong?
So they just want you moved along, so we don't know if it's up to go in there and ask them if they want you trespassing.
Hey, look at the guy walking behind him. Look at that. Look, it's like a legalized gang, right? The guy's not violating the law. He's in a public place, and he's got this guy kind of like snooping up behind him with his hands in his pockets, just getting ready to pounce on him. And of course, you've got this female officer. So, the male officer already realizes that she's at a physical disadvantage, right? So he wants to show that he's tough and he's going to protect her because that's what us men do. This is the way God made us. So already he's on a heightened sense of alert. He's going to do maximum damage to this dude who clearly isn't a threat. I mean, he's obese. He's got a big belly. He's just out having a good time. This is the kind of stuff that bothers me, being a lawyer and having been through so many of these cases. And that's why I do these videos, just to share with you the hypocrisy and the nonsensical craziness that goes on out in the real world. Let's keep watching the video, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Living on the property.
No, look.
I'm not trying to make it hard for you at all.
I'm not trying to either. I just really believe that I'm on public property, not
It
their
looks like the
property.
gas lamp down in San Diego. But I'm not sure.
I'm not committing a crime. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm taking pictures in public, which is a First Amendment right. Therefore,
thanks,
I shouldn't
Wolverine.
be,
Appreciate
it
that.
shouldn't
Brother.
be ID. I shouldn't be trespassed. I shouldn't be anything. I don't. This is where I'm at. I mean,
Yeah, I understand. Ultimately, they just don't want you on their property anymore because it can kind of make other people feel uncomfortable in the area. It's making staff feel like
By the way, did you guys catch that little commotion? Let's kind of back it up a little bit. See the black dude sitting on the park bench. Let's watch what happens here. So check it out. So there's this black dude sitting on the park bench. He's got this little bag right here. He's got his little do-rag. You know what I'm saying? And this cop can't really quite pick up on the jurisdiction, but he's checking out this other dude, checking out his bag. Oh man, I might be able to make an arrest and, throw a guy in jail who clearly won't be able to hire a lawyer. So I'll get a conviction and I'll look good with my sergeant. Let's check it out. That's what he does with the bag. Check it out. Fourth Amendment violation. Fourth Amendment violation right there.
I'm not trying to make it hard for you at all.
That's called an unreasonable search and seizure. He looked inside that guy's bag without a warrant and without permission. Now, if he got permission, the guy who was sitting there on the park bench is an idiot, because you should never ever give the police permission to search you. All right, there you go.
I'm not trying to either. I just really believe that I'm on public property, not their property, and therefore
Michigan, yes.
I'm not committing a crime. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm taking pictures in public, which is a First Amendment right. Therefore,
that's right.
I shouldn't be. It shouldn't be ID. I shouldn't be trespassed. I shouldn't be anything. I don't. This is where I'm at. I mean,
yeah, I understand.
Right now, Wolverine. Love your name, man. Wolverine Transparency.
To stop the trespass, I'll move down to the end of their barrel. And then
Data one.
It's confusing to me, but then I'm off their property, even though it's public sidewalk, right?
Thanks, Joel. Appreciate it. Just having a good time.
They just don't want you around their business right now. Making people feel
Bunch of clowns.
What are you taking pictures of? Like students and stuff? Or?
I was just walking along taking pictures until one of their customers called me back and a couple other things, and then I stayed.
Oh, wait, I know what's going on. I know what's really going on. Hold on a minute, guys. Here's what's going on. Wait, this is what's going on. Hold on a minute. What do you guys think is going on?
Where are your papers, Mav? Where are they? Oh, you don't have any papers?
That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Sherman is in there right now just talking to staff about it, and if anything, they just want to move along, so we'll just wait a minute here.
Hi. You looking for our manager? Whoever, yes. Okay. She'll probably be the best person to talk to.
Thank you.
We have your candy box right here, okay? Here you go. You're welcome.
Hi. Are you the one that called on him? Okay. You want him trespass?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right, my man. You got your ID on you?
Have I broken the law?
No, they want you to trespass, so therefore we have the right to ID.
I have a right to leave then, right?
No. You're now being detained because you're going to be trespassed. I need to identify you before you're trespassed. In order to write you.
Hold on a minute. The guy's standing on a public. Hold on. The guy's standing on a public sidewalk. Now, I can understand they may have some kind of an easement right over that sidewalk. Nonetheless, it's a public sidewalk, right? The roped off area is the area that the business has control over. So for the cop to go in there, go, hey, want me to trespass him for you, you big St. Pauli girl looking, beer mug carrying looking woman. Oh yeah, we want you to do that. So he's like, oh, I'm going to do it. I might be able to come back here later and get some free food and beer with my homeboys from the police department. That's all that's about. Give me a bunch of ones if you think that's what's really going out. Him proving that he's tough and he's going to make sure to get this guy who's clearly not a threat to anyone. He's just filming. If the guy was standing there with a concealed camera, do you think it would be a different result? I want to hear what you have to say in the comments. But let's keep going. Let's keep watching this thing. I'm getting a kick out of this, man. I kind of miss doing these cop watch videos after watching this one.
Trespass notice.
That's what they took the glasses off, man.
All right. So you're going to trespass me from this sidewalk?
Yeah.
No, you're
Sure,
trespassing
you
this
the
step.
boss, yeah.
But I'm not in the step. They have the right to trespass you. I've never been on their property. They have the right to trespass you. So I can stay here. The sidewalk is public. So I can stay here. You have a First Amendment right. Trespassing me from walking outside. Okay. No. I don't know why you would want to do that because they're frustrated with you. I don't know why they would trespass me from their property without even being on their property. They have the right to do that. It's a private establishment.
So hold on a minute. So it looks like here's the deal, as Brian would say. Apparently he walked inside the restaurant at some point in the past. More than likely he needed to use the head or something. So he went inside the restaurant and he didn't go back inside. Now he's on the sidewalk. So this is a pretextual excuse for these thugs, these jackboot thugs, to come in and try to write him a trespass citation. And basically, you know, this guy, more likely than not, doesn't have millions of dollars. So he's going to end up having to pay a fine or something's going to happen to him if he doesn't go along with the program. Give me a bunch of ones if you agree that that's what's going to end up happening here. But it's still good entertainment. I think he's doing a really good job. Let's keep on watching.
It's a private that I never entered. If they would like you trespass.
You never entered. Okay.
If the field house across the street calls you and says they want me trespassed because I'm on a sidewalk, you're going to do it? Sure. So anybody, I highly doubt that that's anybody off.
Everyone inside got it.
Field house would call.
So Grateful Dabs, just thanks, Grateful Dabs, because again, look, I'm not somebody who makes these judgment calls. I was saying apparently because I wasn't sure. So Grateful Dabs is saying he never went inside. They called because he was filming from the sidewalk. So there you go. So what do you guys think? Do you think standing on a public sidewalk gives a private business the authority to get the police to come and trespass you? What I see is a state actor situation where a private business is trying to prevent a guy from exercising his First Amendment rights. And I now believe, based on what Grateful Dabs is saying, that he could sue that restaurant under what's called the state actor theory. And you can Google that under United States versus Price. I believe that was the seminal case on state actor theory, but there's plenty of other cases on that. And if this is Michigan, there's probably some other cases that are more on point. But the bottom line is here, guys, this is ridiculous. Give me a bunch of ones if you agree. Let's go.
Trespass just because you're standing on a sidewalk. About the same way about the Jolly Pumpkin. Okay. But that's being proved wrong. Okay. Hey, hold on. Sorry. This is Sir. So this guy out here, Jolly Pumpkin wants to trespass. He claims he never entered.
Well, I want a lot of things too.
But it's still private property.
I want my wife to be 19 years old forever, but that's not going to happen. If I call the police, can they do that for me? What do you guys think?
If they want him trespass from entering, they're uncomfortable with him. I didn't ask them. I can go on there and ask them. He's claiming that he never entered Jolly Pumpkin. But I mean, regardless, it's private property. If they don't want him, and it's not trespassing from being on the sidewalk. Right. So he's allowed to be there. He's allowed to record. He's allowed to do what he wants. But if they want to trespass him, but they are pretty. I guess I can go talk to them and double check. But okay. All right, I'll go ask them then and establish if he ever entered.
Thanks, Garland.
So past the barrels, that would be their property, right? All right, sounds good. I'll go inside with them and double check. I think he's just one of those First Amendment guys. All right, I'll go double check the other side really quick. All right, bye. Don't print it yet. I'm gonna go and
Good for you, Grinch. What?
entered in, and then I'm gonna talk to them and try to just so there's not issues between them because he could sue them if they tell us that they want him trespass, but he never actually entered.
He never entered.
Wait a minute. It's like a grade.
What should I? What did I do? He never went in the establishment. He's on a public sidewalk. Can I write him a trespass ticket anyways? Duh. What do you guys think? I think he should probably do this instead. What do you guys think? I think he should do this instead. He should just get crazy and he should ask the simple question that any good Nazi would ask, and that is,
where are your papers, Mav? Where are they? Oh, you don't have any papers?
What do you guys think? I think he should just buzz because clearly, he's a cop and he has all the authority in the world, right? So he should just be able to do whatever he wants.
Like he could, but I'll be right back.
How you doing?
So what has he been doing the whole time? Does he came inside? Does he came up to the door?
No, he's been where he was at, but he's recording all of my guests and they're putting like menus on their faces, and he will not stop recording them. And if you tell him to stop, then he will not stop. So he was doing an investigation, but couldn't tell me anything about anything. He will not stop. I said, okay, I'm going to call the police, see what's going on. He's like, do you think the police will stop me? I said, I guess I'll find out.
Okay. So
it's not a property I can't get the trespassing, right?
So it's kind of a gray line because he's right in front of your establishment, but he never entered it.
A gray line. A gray line.
The sidewalk is public property. I'm going to have another chat with my student and see. I am kind of also trying to mediate between you and between him and trying to find, like, if he can just move a block down so that he's not bothering.
The best way for him to mediate with her is send her to Jenny Craig. Give me a bunch of ones if you agree.
You, and then he doesn't have to be trespassed. That would be.
He simply told me he will not stop recording, so he's not going to stop recording until all my guests are here comfortable, and that's not good for my business, obviously, or my guests.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hey, Joseph, can we find a way to mediate this where there's not issues between you and Jolly Punk?
No.
Well, right now my issue is with you guys forcing me to give you my ID.
Okay. I am investigating a possible trespass.
No, there's no.
I have reasonable suspicion to.
Hold on a minute, guys. Hold on. Hold on a minute. He knows there's no trespass. He has zero reasonable suspicion. Okay, I just want you to. Here's the wind up. He has zero reasonable suspicion. There is no trespass. He's not investigating jack shit. All right. Let's keep watching. I just want you to understand from a legal perspective. In all the states of these United States, of the sovereign American states, there is zero probable cause or reasonable articulable suspicion for him to be doing this. He's just trying to flex and show that he's the boss. Give me a bunch of ones if you agree.
You because a crime is afoot. I don't know when I come on scene and I make contact with you.
Did they lie?
Right on.
I just went. No, they
you
just
went
said.
inside before you took my ID. You went inside to talk to them.
I said, would you like him trespass from property? They said yes. So then I came outside here.
So you solicited a trespass without doing your investigation. That's what you.
Are you willing to have a conversation with me or no?
You just said you went inside to find out if.
Correct.
I went on their property,
I
but
told
you
you
went inside and said, "Do you want him trespass?"
There's no evidence.
No, I can call the cops on that.
Yeah, you can. Yes, 100%.
Investigate it. Why would you? I mean, what are they doing wrong? I can see from here.
Well, what are you doing?
All they're doing is being beautiful. I mean,
what are you doing wrong? What are you doing wrong?
That's a joke. Right. So you should never even have talked to me. When you see me driving by, went, oh, wow, that's guys in public.
So, yeah. How do I know?
Can I have my ID back?
Do I know this?
So, guys, really quickly, he should have never given them his ID because more likely than not, they're running him right now to find out if he's got wants or warrants, that kind of stuff. So he had no duty to give them Jack Diddley, all right, based on what I've seen so far. Assuming this was in California or Texas, because I don't want one of these crazy rogue cops to accuse me of practicing law in, I don't know, the United Kingdom or Germany or wherever this guy's practicing law, because clearly this isn't the country I grew up in, right? I mean, I know the United Kingdom just passed a law that makes it harsher for white males than other people, because allegedly white males are somehow more dangerous than the jihadists that they flooded their country with. But that's another story for another day. Let's keep watching.
Are you a reasonable person? I would like to think so. Okay, well, I'm doing more right now with you than I was then because I wasn't even talking to them. But it's how they feel. It's not how I feel. It's how you just said a reasonable person, and you're a reasonable person. I feel that they were unreasonable in their
I'm not going to sit here.
Of privacy and public. They could have sat inside, sir.
But they didn't want to. They puffed their faces up by the manager. And
Why?
they left because they're not happy. So they asked him to stop, and there's a little disagreement between you and the guests.
Nope.
That's what I was saying.
Didn't say a word.
How anybody can feel it. And I agree. Feel some way. People have the right to feel it. They feel some way.
What I'm hearing though is a lot of feelings.
Right on, Data One.
No, are you done harassing me? Are you telling me that I have to leave?
I never told you that you had to leave.
That's right, Dar.
I told you
Really
to stay
bad.
right there.
Okay, well, you wanted to become an amicable situation where they were happy and I was happy.
Correct. I did do that. You are correct. I did do that, and I asked you to just stand over there. Yes. You are right. I did do that. I never ordered you to leave.
They could have said, that's their business. That's folks that want to see. You're in public. I'm sorry. Would you like to move inside? I can do that. Create your own privacy.
Hey, guys, hold on a minute. I just want to address this clown, Warren Munkadal. Look, there actually are some states where soliciting a trespass is a crime. But it's few and far between. And so this moron is saying that, oh, you call yourself a lawyer, that's false information, that's frauditor. Guys, go ahead and just delete this guy because he's assuming facts, not an evidence, lacks foundation, argumentative, clearly an idiot. Get him off the channel. You're out of here, pal. All right, let's get back into the show. This is great. It's hilarious seeing these blithering idiots come on my channel trying to cause trouble. Go ahead and delete him right away, guys. Thank you very much, all my moderators. Have a nice day.
If you don't want to be filmed in public or seen in public, maybe you shouldn't sit outside.
I'll just sit there and ask you to not.
Hey, what's going on, homie?
Be upset by it. Can they be upset?
Can they? Sure. Can they call the cops and threaten a trespass? You know? Men with guns came because of a guy with hammer. Breaking news. Three. I appreciate you showing up because I don't trust these two. Not the way they were doing it. No. Can I have your card? Sure. I'll send you a copy later.
And not everyone is always educated out here as well in their phone piece. So we try to do that.
And that's part of what this is education. They didn't want to talk to me about it, though. They wanted to talk to you about it, so you had to do the education.
I don't want to talk to people walking by.
I don't even want you to show up. Tell dispatch. He's a guy with a camera. I talked to him already.
Did you have a loudspeaker too earlier?
Nope. But it does seem like your officer there solicited trespass without an investigation.
And that's your opinion, and you're very aware of that.
Who cares?
When did you find out I was never on their property?
Send me that and we can talk, okay? I work Sunday as well.
All right, thank you.
Whether or not you believe in the whole soliciting and trespass thing, it's irrelevant. They're violating this guy's rights. He never went on the property. And so as a lawyer, that's what I would argue. He never went on the property. He's exercising a First Amendment right. These cops are engaging in a prior restraint on his speech. They're all subject to being sued. The restaurant is subject to being sued as a state actor because they are engaging the police to use the power of the state to prevent him from engaging in a First Amendment protected activity. It's pretty cut and dry.
Sir, thank you for your question.
If you don't know your rights, you can be pressured into complying with something unreasonable.
That's true.
But if you understand the law, you can protect yourself. Always remember to record whenever you face the police. It is your strongest weapon for self-defense. Know your rights and don't let anyone take advantage of you. Stay calm, avoid provocation, and let the law speak for you.
All right, so just really quick. So, guys, I was gonna do some more videos tonight, but I homeschool my kids, so I have to get my kids ready for school and a test that's going on tomorrow. So I'm gonna do the BZ Watchdog video tomorrow. But BZ, I'll come on, bro, and do some stuff with you. Shoot me over the video again. I'll look at my spam and stuff too. But guys, I had a super good time with you. I really appreciate y'all joining me tonight. I've been trying my best to cover Lane Myers. I want all you guys to do your best to support Lane and his wife. Make sure to support This Is a Public Service and Reluctant Prophet while we try and make heads or tails of what's going on over in Pima County, Arizona. And really quickly, thanks, Gata One. I'm just trying to have a good time. I've had a rough last couple of months. I have a major bulging disc. I'm a 70% disabled U.S. Marine, and probably more like 110% now. But I'm terrified that they're going to find me 100% unemployable, and if that happens, I won't be able to keep practicing law. And that's my love. I became a lawyer with no law degree or undergrad. As a matter of fact, hold on a minute. Let me see if I can find mein Buch. Einen Moment. Geben Sie mich einen Moment. If you want to support my channel, pick up a digital version of my journey to becoming a practicing lawyer with no law degree or undergrad. It's $19.99, and that's one of the great ways you could support my channel right now. And basically, it's the digital version of this book, and I'll take you through how I became a lawyer with no law degree or undergrad, and how you could do it too in a couple of other states besides California. And it's the traditional way of becoming a lawyer before the Marxists took over our education system and brainwashed people into hating concepts of patriotism and individual rights, forcing this leftist scumbag garbage on our country. So I'm really grateful that I had that opportunity to be an entrepreneur, be in the construction industry, and be around normal people who actually have to work for a living, as opposed to these privileged idiots who have degrees in underwater basket weaving, who get jobs working for the government and live off the taxpayer for the rest of their lives, holding you and I in contempt. And so that's why I do these videos. So I really appreciate all you guys joining me. Thank you, F. Thank you, Randy, for showing up. Thank you, Immense of Oods. And you guys are awesome. Hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure to double tap that screen. And I saw another guy who was like Arizona. Hey, what's going on, Canon 0311? My fellow Marine, Jarhead, Dar, Mr. DLU. There was another dude I saw. Hold on. Hey, what's going on, Kevin Brunarski? Good seeing you, my friend. There was another one, Grateful Dabs. I saw. Yeah, Wolverine Transparency. I'm not looking to make money off my YouTube channel, bro. If you want to donate some money, do me a super chat or buy my book. I got my daughter helping me and my son helping me with the YouTube channel because I'm trying to teach them entrepreneurialism. So if you want to do that just to show them that there's another way besides being a barista at Starbucks after you spent $300,000 getting a degree in like underwater basket weaving, or I Hate America 101, which is what probably you're going to learn at Berkeley or something like that. That's what I'm all about. I want to teach them there's another way. Don't waste your time in some Marxist, communist-run school system. Go out and make it happen for yourself and support your wife and kids. Live in an open carry state and defend your family, defend your wife and kids to the end. Hoorah, give me a bunch of ones if you agree. And let me see. All right, so I think I thanked everyone. Grateful Dabs, Wolverine, listen up. Grateful Dabs and a lot of these dudes on my channel have my contact info. reach out and we can talk. I just have to weed people out because I have so many scumbags who are trying to cause trouble with me. And, I don't want to end up in prison when I start putting rounds down range. So I'd rather limit my contact with people unless they're filtered through somebody I trust, like either Grateful Dabs or let me see who else is on here right now that I could tell you to contact. BZ Watchdog, he's a Marine Corps brother. And I trust most of these guys on here, but just a few of them have my direct contact info. Grateful Dabs, I think you got my contact info. If you do, give Wolverine my phone number and have him text me, and I'll reach out and we'll chat and we'll try to figure something out. Immortal Tank, thank you for showing up. CGL, thank you. Hopefully you guys had a good time. I'm having some fun myself. It's always nice to get a laugh with my friends. It's been a while. I've been doing a lot of these Lane Myers videos, but they don't get a lot of traction, and that's okay. But, I still, got to keep my channel going, right? And so I'll keep on covering Lane and stuff like that as well. Paul Flanagan, thanks for showing up. Yeah, Paul Flanagan, it's a shame what's happened to the United Kingdom and Ireland. I used to live in Motherwell, Scotland, and it was great before they flooded their country with sub-Saharan Africans who immediately come and get on welfare and have 30 kids and destroy the country. If you look at I have friends who live in Ireland, Scotland, and London. It's a garbage pail, trash everywhere. Almost 90% of the immigrants that come there immediately get on welfare and get everything for free. They treat the natives with disdain. And the government just passed a law recently that the white natives get extra prison time if they say anything negative about these scumbags that they flooded their country with. Give me a bunch of ones for the original English, Irish, Scots, Welsh, Picts, the original inhabitants of that country, and give me a bunch of zeros for King Charles, the World Economic Forum, the WHO, and all these scumbags who are trying to destroy traditional Europe. And with that being said, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to save, because we never know when the thought police are going to take down this channel. And God bless you all. Make sure to always save my videos and even record them for later, because we know that I'm definitely in the crosshairs of the anti-American, woke, anti-American mafia. So I really do appreciate you guys supporting my channel. God bless you all. And Semper Fi, do